you need to, it's early bird catches the worm, because once the client gets 20 submissions, that audition closes and you can't submit.
So that's where the flexibility comes in, where you have to be able to get a notice and turn around and record an audition. You don't have time to go, well, I'll do that when I get home after 5.
Yeah, you have to do it right away. And a lot of those jobs are not that high paying, like $50 a year, $100 a year, $200 a year. But if you book a lot, if you get hired a lot, you'll pay for your membership. Basically, you need to make over $325 in these types of jobs before it's profitable for you. However, that said, if you're starting out and you do have a recording set up at home, if you're starting out and that's your thing, and you're just writing at home or whatever, it could be a good option because you could be at home and it's there, and it's a good place to kind of work out some stuff, you know, so that when you start playing with kind of like in the big league, you don't feel inexperienced, you know. It's because you're recording at home, you can kind of experiment more with your voice, you know, you can edit things. So on one hand, it is pay to play, which means you have to pay membership in order to join the party, and there's no guarantee you're going to get work, but it is an option if you're serious about it and you're talented enough, you can make that work for you.
And you should know that if you don't have it set up in your house, you do not have to spend thousands of dollars to put a studio in your house initially. That is not true. I have kind of a little life hack studio in my house. I call it my studio 1.0. 2.0 will come later when we build out our house. But I have a house from built in the 50s, so we have tiny little 50s closets. And I probably spent in the $1,200 to $1,500 from start to finish. And that was, you know, the soundproofing and the chair and the monitor and the microphone, the arm, I use on an arm clamp, my preamp, just all that stuff, probably from start to finish. And the first audiobook I did, paid for it. You know, so that's the thing. You can pay for that. You don't have to spend. It's not prohibitive. You know, it's really not.
But like anything, you have to make sure that you're serious about it before you drop, $1,500.
Something we didn't talk about too in terms of the business of, I mean, it's really, I guess, any freelancer, but so I had the pleasure of, you know, having 2 children, and what that did to my schedule, and to, you know, there were some people that, not really any anime people, but other clients that I had that went, oh, you're gonna have a baby. Well, I'm sure you're gonna be on maternity leave, so I just want to cast you or I want to hire you. And that's when you go, oh wait, I don't have maternity leave. Why are you taking work away from me? Preemptively.
There's no employer to pay you money to have a baby.
Yeah, that's not cool, you know. So that was a whole weird thing. I'll tell you, when I had my second child, there were some clients that I actually don't see in person. We just mostly work over the internet, and we work, you know. And I just didn't tell them I was pregnant so that they wouldn't take work away from me. And when it came time for me to go to the hospital and have a baby, I said, I'm going to be on vacation for 2 or 3 weeks. And they were like, you have earned it. Have a great trip. You know, and the nice thing about voice work is, like with my first daughter, Maggie, I was back in the studio after 2 weeks because you can run in for a couple of hours and do something and run back home. So there's a real positive, like, it can really make it work with your life aspect of freelance work. And there's the negative, which is there's no safety net of, you know, if you're not working, you're taking maternity leave, you're not getting paid. So it's something to think about. When you go on vacation, there's no paid vacation, unless it's convention. Sometimes we call conventions paid vacation.
Yeah, mostly
you get to travel, you know.
I was like, oh, I've been to this state in this city, but I just saw a hotel room the whole time. The other thing too is when you get to a certain level, all of the really awesome jobs are going to go through agents, and an agent will get you like all of the like Cartoon Network, all the original animation, the Disney, all that kind of stuff, all of the big campaigns are all going to go through your agent. So you're going to have to land an agent. But don't pursue an agent until you're really ready to. Because people will remember, if you're not ready quite yet, and they hear you and they don't think you're ready and they reject you, it's really hard. People, they go like, oh, I saw that girl. You know what I mean? You need to really be ready. So all this stuff that we talked about so far has been like hustling yourself, to get work yourself. And when you do get your agent, it doesn't mean you don't stop the hustle. Always have to hustle. Because even with my agent has hundreds of clients. So I'm competing with all of the rest of their clients as well to get, because, there's like 20 or so agents in Los Angeles alone, voiceover agents, right? And if someone puts out a casting notice, sometimes they'll say, send me everybody. Other times they'll say, send me your best 10, If one agent sends them their best 10, the client still has to listen to 200 auditions, so then you have to be among the best 10 at your agency. So it's like you're still a family, but you're still competitive, so you don't stop hustling, even if you have an agent.
That's also why it's so important, like with your materials, and I can't stress this enough that, if you're gonna make a demo, if you're gonna go ahead and bite the bullet and get a demo done, that you get it done well. As Stephanie said, the thing that you don't want is to put any idea in anybody's head that you are an amateur. And one of the big tip-offs is if you produce a demo that does not sound like a professional demo. And I don't know if you already know this, but a demo is it's no longer than 90 seconds.
I would even say 60 seconds.
60 you can do it. You really don't need the extra. 60 seconds, and they're intended to show a range of what you do. So you don't really say anything personal. You never say, hi, this is so-and-so, I'm a big fan of whatever, and this is my rendition of Goku. You don't do that. That is not what happens on a demo, ever, ever, ever. It's a huge giveaway that you've never been around people who make demos. It's literally a start to finish, back to back, selection of your range. So on my demo, it would start out, with me doing something, and then it would be something really different, maybe just a regular person. And then, hey everybody, this is what I can do, and you just kind of show a range so that hopefully the person on the other end goes, wow, she can do anything, I'm totally gonna hire her.
Or, that third voice, that's the one that we want. The other thing about demos is you don't have to play out a whole scene. You pretty much have one sentence with each voice. But you're never saying, this is what I sound like this. You're saying it in the context of a scene, It's like, don't touch that! Where we're going now. It's like into the scene, So demos are extremely important. That's your calling card. Lots of times if no one's ever worked with me before, they're like, oh, well, send us a demo so we can see what you sound like. And sometimes that's what determines whether or not you get an audition or not. We are almost out of time. Does anyone have any questions? We take really quickly. All right, you in the middle.
All right, you guys talk about financial side of everything. Now let's say you show such a power like 500 some episodes in series. Okay. Do you guys royalties on that aspect?
No, there's no royalties. No royalties ever in anime. Ever. So however many hours you work, that's what you get paid. That's it. It's done. I'm just telling you how it is. No, I'm being very clear. That's it. It doesn't matter how popular it is. It re-airs on Cartoon Network. They re-release a box set so that the studio makes more money. You don't earn any more money. Over there.
So for American cartoons, what's the difference between that and Japanese, like in the way you get paid? Do you get paid basically the same? Because I know there's
you get paid a session fee, which is somewhere around $800 for about 4 hours, and you record in a group, and you get paid that fee even if it's under 4 hours. There's a limit of 3 voices that you can do, 3 distinct voices. Each additional voice after 3, you get paid extra money. And you do get royalties if it's union. So original animation is much better. But, you know, there are tons of original animation, like I'm on Monster High, that's non-union. So I just get paid for my time. I don't get any royalties. Care Bears is the same way. I get paid for my time, I don't get any royalties.
Here is just a little snippet, I'm not going to play the whole thing, but of my commercial demo. Right?
This is crazy. I'm sitting here with the Houston Chronicle, and in Section A is a story about some thief in North Texas called, no kidding, the Water Bandit. I'm going to let you in on a secret. All the cool kids check out SpaceCityRock.com to know where to go for awesome live music. SpaceCityRock.com. Now, you're in the know.
Hello, Mr. Wolf, said Little Red Riding Hood. I'm going to visit my grandma who lives at the other end of the forest. She isn't feeling very well. Oh, but I'm not supposed to talk to strangers.
All Specs customers want the same thing I want. The most you can possibly get for the least you can possibly pay. Check Specs out. Grab a shopping cart and have some fun with their big wine selection. There are lots of...
So, do you get the idea? It's just showing...
That is a commercial demo.
Yeah, that's a commercial.
So
demo.
that's
not voiceover.
right. So it's commercial voiceover. So the range, you do a range, but you don't change up your voice as much. You change up the attitude more than the voice.
Yeah.
Where with an animation demo, you really change your voice a lot.
Yeah.
You in the black guy.
Do you have so many resources for like practicing different voices? You know, like stand in the shower and talk to actors?
I think a lot of voice actors talk to themselves and practice themselves and record yourself so you can hear it back, because in your head it's different, and work something out and steal from people that you like. Do your version of that voice that you like. Make it your own. I once heard Hank Azaria talk, and he said every voice that he did on The Simpsons was an impression of somebody. Okay, we are...
One more. Oh, man. Okay, you with the head. Yes. Good.
Oh, in the demo? The music in the demo?
Oh, well, yeah, I mean, I do that honestly, for my animation demo, it's like a visual thing. Like, I pulled out pieces of a show. But I had that, you know? And honestly, I guess it would just really depend. If you're working with an engineer that knows what they're doing, and as long as it's not fighting with the vocals, then I think that's fine. Obviously for these were most of them real spots. Some of them weren't. They were just a couple of lines I made up, and my engineer put it under there to make it sound like a real spot.
You don't have to have sound effects and music in your demo, however, most of them will, because the idea is that these are all jobs that you did.
Yeah.
So it's better if you do have it, but it's also better if it's done well.
Done well.
So that's also another reason why don't do other people's lines, you know, because don't do a Homer Simpson and whoever voice, because you're not the guy who does Homer Simpson.
That's right. That guy has it.
He has that job already, you know what I mean? So unless you are going to be known as a master impressionist, in which case then you do like 70 or 80 and you could do everybody, but it has to be spot on.
It's like that lady that does all the singing. Have you
The
seen
different
her?
stuff.
Yeah,
Me too.
she does everybody. You know, that's what she does. She's an impression.
So that's it. Sorry, we didn't get to answer all your questions. Hopefully that was helpful. Have a great rest of your con. Do you have other events that you want to let people know?
I am having it's called Parenthood and Voice Acting tomorrow at 2 o'clock. And mostly I'm just going to talk about how I've managed to have 2 kids and stay working as a freelancer and flexible ways that I've found to work my life around that. So if you're interested in that, and also, of course, I'll be free to answer anything else that you have for that family also. And I'll have an autograph signing right afterwards. Are you going home? When are you going?